At the start of 2024, I'd never been camping before, and I'd never seen any of what this incredible country has to offer. A few single night trips and a four-wheel drive purchase later, this is what I've been working myself up towards. A week-long camping trip thousands of kilometres away from home. With no idea what to expect, could everything go to plan? This is day 0, technically. Packing day, day before we leave. It is very cold, it is very wet, and we are expecting, it's forecast to be the opposite of this in Exmouth, which we're looking forward to. I feel like not enough credit is given to Australian winters. Australian winters are very cold and often very wet, very rainy. People have this perception of, oh, it's a really hot country, and it is. But man, the winters do get cold. Not snow temperature, but they do get cold. This is my very first time going on a multi-day camping trip. I'm very excited, but I'm very nervous as well. This is my first time figuring out what I need to bring. My responsibility for the group is packing water. I've done that, I've done some estimates of what we need, so let's pack the car. At least in Exmouth, we should be having better weather than this. Explain what this is.
Toilet.
Yep, how does it work?
Sit on it. Before you do anything, slide that open.
Oh, smart. What if it's urgent?
Well, it's got to be strapped to the roof, so it better not be urgent. Do your business, and then you pump this, that'll flush.
So we're just going to hide behind the car and...
Right. Yep, we'll worry about that later.
Okay. So like, one of us is going to see everyone's boobs.
If you're looking, yeah.
Who's going to empty it? Turn around.
No, I reckon it should be, I reckon the punishment should be like first one to do a poo.
Yeah.
Should have to empty it.
Yeah, that's alright.
Yeah.
I reckon just like,
The
every
first
time,
one's to ask to stop on the drive. That's
every
good.
time we poop, we empty it.
Joke's on you. Should have brought my gas just
Alrighty, day 1. What's our first stop, Ruby?
Ryan's house.
Because Ryan forgot to pack a chair for LTS. We are about to arrive at our first stop.
So my mum has volunteered to drive to Phoebe's house
Yeah.
bring the food to church so we can pick it up on our way.
Silly Phoebe forgot all of her food.
That she spent hours last night making.
Yeah, crazy.
Stayed up till 1.
And also, Phoebe has, like, apparently really intense dietary requirements. And so you'd think that this would be a really important thing for Phoebe to have remembered to bring.
Guys, so dumb.
Alas, no. Here we are. Oh, guys, we've arrived at our first stop. We began a 5-hour-long drive from the northern suburbs of Perth to the town of Geraldton, which would be our main stop for lunch and refueling for the day. How are the vibes in this car?
Yeah, good.
Good vibes. So we've just made our first fuel stop. What's your fuel consumption so far?
About 17.5.
Mine is 9.6.
Yup. Next time we're putting the roof racks and swags on your car.
That is crazy.
Is everyone happy to combine all of the fuel costs and split it equally?
Yeah, that's bad.
Yep, that's fine. Oh wait, I'm not paying for your car though.
That's all right, I'll leave your swag on the side of the road here.
I would almost rather.
And all your food.
I'd almost rather not split the cost of my. Shut up, bro. I'd literally rather just pay for my own fuel outright and not split it at all than have to contribute to paying for petrol for that.
466 kilometres to go.
Do you mind updating us every 5Ks?
Yeah, I do mind actually, my time is precious.
What is she spending her time doing?
Sleeping.
From Geraldton, we hit the road once again for another 5-hour leg of driving, which went into the evening as we made our way towards our first campsite for the trip at Quobba. We arrived not long after sundown, tired and ready to set up camp and settle in for our first night. Good morning. You join us on the morning of day 2 after our first night. We are at a campsite called the Quobba Blowholes. It is incredibly windy. I've got my microphone under this jacket to mitigate the wind noise. Hopefully it doesn't sound too muffled. It wasn't too bad overnight. We've positioned our swags so that most of the wind is blocked by the bushes here. We had a pretty average night's sleep. I'm eating granola for breakfast. Yesterday we drove 960 kilometers, which is a pretty commendable effort, I think. Obviously there were a few stops for food and fuel and snacks and things like that. But overall in total I think it was about 10 hours of driving we did. But it means that we don't need to do as much now, so that's pretty good. Let's go explore. We had a leisurely morning, packing up slowly and not rushing ourselves. The wind was cold, but it was nice to be out of the rainy weather we'd become familiar with in Perth. We then made our way to our first scenic site at the Quobba Blowholes, a coastal cliff region that sees aggressive ocean swell smash huge waves against the rocks, which is quite the sight.
It looks so inviting, I just want to jump into it.
This is the loving bond of Jazz and Ryan.
Yep.
Oh.
Today we've spent about 2.5 hours driving. We're now just outside of the town of Coral Bay, and this is the start of the Ningaloo Reef. It's absolutely incredible. Beautiful, deep, turquoise coloured water. It's incredibly windy. Everywhere we have been today is just so windy. Filming stuff has been so difficult. Yeah, this is just absolutely beautiful. I feel the cold quite badly, so I have no interest in swimming, but I enjoy and appreciate the beauty of a place like this. We're quite close to where we're going to be spending the night, our second night. It's basically just a bit of four-wheel driving out of here and then a little bit on the road and then a bit more four-wheel driving to our next camp spot. But that should be it. Stay tuned for whatever the next thing is. Oh, and Ruby ate 2 flies.
So the deal is, for the first fly Ruby eats, she will get $6.50, and for every subsequent fly she eats and swallows, she gets an extra $1.50.
Excellent. Let's begin.
Bon appetit.
We killed about 6. So they're both there. I guess I'll just do it. I don't know if there's any downside to eating a fly, like if it's dangerous or anything. Try to pick them up well. Okay. Flies. Yay!
Did you do both of them already?
Yeah. Do it once.
Yeah, sick.
Delicious.
2 flies have been consumed.
I have 2 questions. The first one is, Ruby, a fly's low FODMAP. And the second one is, did you just like swallow them with water, or did you actually eat them?
Not sure about the FODMAP, but she ate them dry.
Respect. Well done.
Later into the evening, we continued pushing on through harsh corrugated off-road tracks. And my first of many tastes to come of a stock 4-wheel drive's ground clearance. Oh,
That was a lovely
I
scrape.
bottomed out badly on that second one. We paused to watch the sunset and then continued on our way to our second campsite at Bruboodjoo. So today we are driving 2.5 hours off-road only. There's no more bitumen, there's no more asphalt, it is all off-road. What we're going to do today is it's about 2.5 hours, we'll see how long it really is, up to Yardie Creek. It's all off-road. We'll see what kind of condition it's in, we'll see if there's any wet parts. Part of it's like a creek crossing. It might be dry. It probably will be because we've not seen much moisture on the ground or anything. We'll spend some time at Yardie Creek and then we'll backtrack a bit and we'll camp in Janes Bay. So all off-road for the for all of today and likely all of tomorrow as well. So this is like the fully hectic off-grid part of the trip. So we'll see how we go. Yardie Creek is a popular tourist spot and for good reason. It is certainly a must-see if you're travelling in this region of Western Australia. There are a few different and very scenic hikes to choose from. You can canoe through the gorges and snorkel too. We did a couple of the hikes, combating the rocky terrain which was worth it for the views and to see some local wildlife such as fruit bats and rock wallabies.
This one is very round. I picked it up because I like its roundness, and that's it.
Spending the next 3 days straight off-road is a big challenge, both for ourselves personally and also for the vehicles which were taking a beating. Our mighty Prados were faring well and we encountered no issues over the harsh terrain. This is, after all, exactly what they were built for. Four-wheel driving late into the afternoon brought some beautiful views as we approached our next camp. We're pulling into our campsite at Janes Bay and the view is absolutely incredible. We've spent all day driving off-road on the most horrendous corrugations and a bit of everything, potholes, which everyone loves. But this makes it well worth it.
Yeah, definitely not this way. This is the ocean.
No, let's camp here. Oh.
Why did you follow me?
This is us!
Good.
Yes!
Sweet.
So good. Oh, to take photos of the sunset. I see.
Oh,
I'm gonna follow her.
Yes, let's do it. Whoa, Ruby's zooming. Whoa, LT speed. We made it. That's cool. Raw reaction.
Nice campsite.
Bagus.
Good. Raw reaction. This is the best spot we've stayed so far, easily.
Wow. Who can go and touch my car in the least number of steps?
Okay.
Oh.
Five.
I'll go first.
I'll go first.
Yeah, literally. 1, 2.
14, I think.
13.
13. I count.
Right. 14.
15, 16.
Oh.
I'll go last.
I'm gonna do so bad in this.
Alright, Jazz money. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13.
Alright, ready to go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12, 13, 14, 15. Oh, I can't film. Sorry, I was counting. It's too busy locked in on James.
Day 4, we camped overnight here at Janes Bay. Luckily enough, we are able to stay here for 2 nights, which means we can leave a lot of our stuff here. Our mission today is we're going to send it back up to Yardie Creek. It's about 45 minutes to an hour of just straight off-roading. It's corrugations, it's a bit harsh, but it's good fun. We're just going to spend the day visiting different snorkel spots. This is an incredible place for snorkeling apparently along obviously the Ningaloo Reef. There's opportunities to see incredible sea creatures, and so that's what we're going to be doing today, just kind of exploring up along this kind of coastal area, sticking close to the beach coastal tracks. I mean, there's not really any roads anyway, so we don't have much of a choice. We'll see how we go. So there's been an interesting development that we've woken up to on day 5. We've discovered that a mouse or mice has gotten into Ryan's car and absolutely torn through about half of our food. And unfortunately, most of it includes our breakfast stuff. So this wheat bix is all gone. Everything in this crate is, we can reasonably consider to be unusable now. These noodles, bread packets. So we've been like relatively off grid for 2 days. Everywhere we've been going has been off-road. We've been pretty isolated from towns and stuff. Fortunately, today is the day that we make our way back to town anyway. So at least this hasn't happened any sooner. But still, at least for the meantime, it means breakfast is cans of tuna, because we don't really have much else left that we can still eat. So we're going to pack up quickly and we're going to get ourselves to town before we get too hungry. Our goal for day 5 is similar to day 1, to make as much progress distance-wise as we travel back towards Perth. With a few of us having missed out on breakfast, it was important to return to the town of Coral Bay in good time to replenish what resources we'd need to get us through the rest of the journey. So we have turned onto the first road, or first highway, that we've been on in 3 days, which is crazy to think about.
Wow.
And it'll be a nice break from all the corrugations and off-roading that we've been doing constantly. We made progress quickly and drove a total of 8 hours well into the evening. We've just pulled over because we've seen an echidna and everyone wants to look at it. As we approached our last camp spot for the trip, we were closer to the bad Perth weather we'd escaped from at the start of the week. The 4-wheel drive tracks were wet, and a few small puddle crossings meant we had to be sensible in choosing a site.
He's got a gesture where he wants me to go.
We're now at Lucky Bay Shacks campground, it's called, which puts us only, I think Ryan said, an hour away from Geraldton, which will be our last stop before Perth, our last big leg. So this is our last night camping. It has been an absolutely incredible experience. I'll do a proper conclusion once I can actually compile my thoughts. I feel like I can't even think straight. But yeah, it's been a lot of fun. As we've moved further south, the weather is definitely getting colder and wetter. We had a bit of a wet entry as we got closer to the campgrounds, as we got off-road again. But yeah, I'll do a proper conclusion once I can compile my thoughts and actually think straight. I feel like my mind is all over the place, very tired. But yeah, here we go, last night. Figured I've got to get some cooking shots. I've not gotten any.
Oh, surely wait until the pan's a bit more full.
Oh, okay.
Maybe look a bit better.
Yeah.
There we go. That wind is shocking. I don't want to light my car on fire.
At least, if you light the car on fire, you might kill the mouse.
True.
Also, got to throw this in the video. A special shout out to Ryan, who has cooked every meal for us, pretty much.
Not last night. Ruby cooked last night. No, 2 nights ago.
2 nights ago. But Ryan does all of the food prep. He buys all of the food in advance and spends all the money initially, and makes sure that 6 people who don't know what they're doing have enough to eat for 6 days straight. Big effort. This is the first rain that we have experienced while sleeping. Thank goodness it is on the last day. Now it's raining even more, literally, oh my goodness. But yeah, that's so disappointing. Anyway, let's send it. Let's get out of here.
There we are. We were pretty locked in.
We packed up in just under half an hour, so that's pretty good. We're all soaked. It is completely wet outside. And Ryan's just packing up the awning. But how good that the camp as a whole, our entire trip has been bone dry, perfect weather, and only once we're back close to miserable Perth does the bad weather return. Good fun, good experience. This is probably the muddiest and wettest air up I've ever done. Already missing the weather, the Exmouth weather, and like we're not even home yet. Like this is just the start of our final day journey home. But yeah, look, everything is soaked, everything is wet. I'll show you the boot. Everything is just saturated. But it's all part of the fun, you know? Our last day of driving saw us return through Geraldton and back to Perth. It was wet, cold, but still a fun way to close off what's been an incredible week of adventuring and exploring. As another adventure comes to a close, I'm reminded how fortunate it is that I've had the privilege to be able to travel and see so much of the world when it's been internationally. And here within the country where I live now with this trip. And with this trip in mind, it has been such a really cool reminder of how truly beautiful, incredible and awesome of a place it is to live here in Australia. We have some of the most beautiful landscapes in the world and it's right on our doorstep. We have so much of this incredible country to explore and so much of it is accessible to us. And so coming away from this trip, I feel really lucky to have been able to experience a part of that I've not seen before, that I've not experienced before. And also with an incredible group of people as well. Ryan is the biggest adventurer at heart. He's the most experienced of us who were there, and so he was very much the leader and our guide. So a big thank you to him for organising pretty like the entire trip, pretty much. All of the stops, all of the sites, a lot of the places that he has already been to in previous travels, but he basically acted as our guide, and the importance of his role when you're going on a big adventure cannot be overstated. Going on an adventure like this is challenging, and some of the smaller challenges take you by surprise, such as living in such a big country. Everything is so far away. So much of this trip, you know, it was basically a whole week trip. So much of it is just driving to the next place, where you have one stop and then you want to go to the next, but it's 3 hours away. And so I feel like I wanted to film so much more. I wanted to video so much more. I wanted to capture so much more of the trip. But so much of it is actually just traveling, and that's still cool in itself. But it really reinforces the importance of planning ahead and planning a trip like this. A place like Exmouth or that kind of northwest coastal region of WA is not the kind of thing I would have wanted to have done in any less time than a week. I thought, 6 whole days, we're going to be able to do so much, but we weren't rushed, but everything had to be well paced out. Otherwise, we were going to miss out on things that we wanted to do. Another challenge that was really interesting that I hadn't expected was just the kind of personal toll that a big high stakes adventure actually takes on you. There were several days that we were completely off grid with no access to mobile service. We weren't even on any roads. We were by ourselves. We had to be completely self-sufficient with our food and our water, how we used our resources. And so there's a dependency within the group for each person to work together, for us to work together as a team. And that's challenging in itself, especially when you're spending 6 days with a group of people constantly day until night and things like that, there's literal irritations that arise which are sometimes funny and sometimes very much not, but it's all part of the cohesion and learning and growing and working through a challenge together, which I really appreciated, and it's a really good opportunity to get to know the people that you're with better and learn more about how they operate, what some people are more comfortable with and what some people aren't so comfortable with as well. Some people got a go at driving, which was something that they hadn't done before. Phoebe and Ruby, I don't believe, had ever done any proper four-wheel driving in a four-wheel drive before, so it was really cool to let them have a drive of the car while I was filming. Certain aspects where I need to obviously operate a camera, I can't drive while doing that, so that was really, really cool. But yeah, an absolute 10 out of 10 experience overall. I strongly encourage anyone to go and explore this beautiful country we live in and see it for yourself and experience it for yourself. Buy an old four-wheel drive, or if you don't feel comfortable doing that, find someone who you trust who is experienced and go with them. It's definitely not for the faint-hearted. That is exactly why Flick wasn't here. My wife is not a camper, is not an adventurer in the same way that I am or Ryan is. And so she's not interested in doing this kind of thing, and that's totally fine. She has more than enjoyed her time at home with her books and our cats and things like that. And so that's totally fine. But if it's something that you do want to do, then find like-minded people who are interested in the same things as you and go on adventures with them. Thanks so much for watching this video. I can't wait to share our next adventure. It's something that I'm really passionate about, and I love being able to tell stories through the experiences that we have. We have another one coming up later this year, so stay tuned for that. We'll see you next time. Thanks for watching.